Hi, my name is William Schaeffer with the thought for the day. You only have 20 years of maximum income earning capacity. I'm 58, almost 59 years old, and it has come to my realization that for most all people, you only have about 20 years of your life that you spend at maximum earning capacity. So if you're young and you're starting out, when you're planning your life, take this into consideration. Now, no one ever told me this. And when I was 25, I knew I would be working till I was 65. That's 40 years. And I was certain that it was going to be one steady incline. However, that turned out for me to not be the case. And as I look around, I see the similar thing happens to many, many people. In my case, about 10 years ago, much of the work was outsourced out of Los Angeles. And the industry no longer existed or supported me, and there was a lot of competition in a changing marketplace from younger people that just got out of school, training on the newer software, and were motivated to work harder for lower wages because of student loans. And on and on and on. Traditionally, house mortgages have been 15 years. Up until 1980, the house mortgages were only 15 years long. And that's because bankers knew if you couldn't pay off a house in 15 years, you probably wouldn't pay it off. And the loan companies wanted their money back. They wanted you to buy the house. But when we went to 30-year mortgages, all that changed. And the strategy became more, let's fleece them for their money as quickly as we can, with no regard for what happens in the long run. And what happened from the housing boom was that the U.S. government bailed out the banks to a tremendous amount. When I was 25, I assumed I would be working for 40 years at top earning capacity. And most people tend to feel the same way. Many people that got 30-year mortgages were unable to complete the mortgage and had to sell the property before they actually owned it because they couldn't pay on the mortgage anymore. And this is a real effect. So if you're 25, I'm sure you're thinking, I'm going to live at least 40 more years. I'm going to work to 65. That's 40 good working years at top earning capacity. And you're going to start planning your life according to that. But what is going to happen? Personal illness, illness in the family, some other problem in the family, you lose your job, the market changes, the industry changes, the economy changes, the ecology changes. Any number of things can happen in 40 years. Look at what the world was like 40 years ago, and who could imagine that it would be like this today? Look at what the economy was like 40 years ago, how the money was distributed between the different industries. Who could imagine that it would be the way it is today? Some industries have virtually been outsourced entirely, like information technology and auto manufacturing. So, chances are very good if you're starting your career, whenever you hit that top earning capacity, it's only going to last for 20 years at the most. And you'll know it when you hit it. You may be 25 and cannot believe how much money you're making right now. It seems like a gazillion dollars. Guess what? That's where you are. It's not going to last. Maybe you're just making a minimum wage and you have no idea how it's going to change. Slowly you'll get to a better and more stable position, earning more money, and that's what's going to be for you. However, 20 years is the peak duration, so plan accordingly. Bankers knew you only had 20 years, and that's why for 100 years house mortgages were only 15 years long. When they went to 30 years, it all changed, and that's when people really started losing their houses. So take some wisdom from the ages and think about it. Don't be too overly ambitious. Be a little bit cautious in planning the future, because you could lose everything. And chances are good that you're smart and you're going to find a way to earn a lot of money. And you're going to be able to do that year after year after year. But the duration of that, at its peak ability to earn money, will probably only be 20 years. Thank you, and leave your comments below.